Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. And I just watched the last two episodes of Crisis on Infinite Earths. And wow! Just wow! I love how this ends. Like, wow, this whole entire crossover was awesome. This has to be like one of my favorite crossovers ever. This has to be one of my favorite events ever. It's up there with Endgame, Avengers Endgame for me. This whole crossover has blown my mind. Like from point A to point Z. It skipped all the letters in between. Like whoop, like shit, man. This was awesome. The characters were good. I like the story arc. I love the plot of this story. It was beautiful. It was great. I really enjoyed this. But I'll get into my full-on review of Crisis on Infinite Earths. On Infinite Earths, when I have developed my train of thought a bit more, because I literally just finished this right before making this video. So I made this video saying, sorry, I had to do a jump cut because I had a brain fart, but where I said Crisis on Infinite Earths, spoilers, the Flash, and in that video I was telling you guys I had not had the chance of watching the episode last night when it was airing. And I was slightly out of it too when I was making that video. But damn, this video is like I'm still developing my entire thoughts on the entire crossover, and it's blown my mind. But in that video last night, I was talking about how I I was trying to stay away from spoilers, but I ended up getting kind of spoiled on one specific part that I wish that I didn't get spoiled in, so I can have that wow factor when I watch the actual video or episode. And was when the DCEU Flash meets the Arrowverse Flash, and I was telling you guys how I enjoyed it. I didn't exactly know what the context of that episode of that scene was because I didn't get a chance to watch that episode, but I was still amazed regardless. Now that I've seen the full-on episode and full-on crossover, I can tell you guys my full thoughts now. So pretty much, the Barry Allen was in the Speed Force, the Arrowverse, because Spectre Oliver put the 7 Paragons in the Speed Force, and if you guys couldn't tell by now by the title, spoiler alert. So that said, I'm going. And because Oliver was saying, yeah, Barry's right. Being the Speed Force may be the best chance that you guys have at the moment. And so Oliver sends each Paragon in the Speed Force pretty much, and to different times, and we get to see kind of like going to different times in Oliver's life, practically with the 7 separate Paragons, pretty much. But when the DCEU Flash met the Arrowverse Flash, I was like, what? Like, I still said what when I saw it. Like, okay, now I understand. You're in the Speed Force. And it was amazing. It honored both the Arrowverse and the DCEU Flashes. I thought it was great. I'm still standing by with everything I said last night about how I feel like this is their way of potentially connecting the Arrowverse and the DCEU together, like in a potential like movie. Hint, hint to the Flashpoint. Maybe that scene that we got in this crossover might be part of the Flashpoint movie. Who knows? Because the DCEU Flash hasn't. It's clear that he hasn't been the Flash for that long, and he hasn't gotten adopted the name Flash yet. So it'd be Flashpoint would be a good way to insert that. Hey, I just thought of this idea. I totally did not rip this off from myself, but I'm calling myself the Flash. I totally not ripping it off of myself that I met in the Speed Force, which I didn't know it was a Speed Force at the time. It was great. It was awesome. And maybe we could see Grant Gustin in the DCU, or Ezra Miller, I think is his name, in another episode, in like an actual episode of The Flash. Like a full-on episode, because that would be cool more than like a minute of seeing him. It would be cool. But yeah, seeing... It wowed me yesterday when I saw that clip on TikTok and YouTube. It wowed me even more when I had watched it in that actual episode. It actually wowed my mind. And it was unexpected. I know a lot of fans wanted something like this to happen with the two Flashes, and those fans, me, Press Party included, got a wish. Thankfully, thank the maker. But yeah, it was great. If you guys have not seen it yet, which I don't know why you're still like watching my video if you haven't watched the episode, because I advise you guys to exit out and watch the video or episode, and then come back and then tell me how you guys feel about it, because this is great. This episode is great. This crossover is great. It's Crisis on Infinite Earths, Elseworld, Endgame, Infinity War are like my favorite movies or crossovers or whatever, special events if you want to say, because so many unexpected twists in them. Yeah, they may have some there errors in there. Truthfully, I can't see any errors in Elseworld, Endgame except for like the Hulk, because I have issues with. I don't like how they portrayed Hulk or Thor in Endgame. But outside of that, I don't have any issues towards Endgame. Infinity War, Crisis on Infinite Earths, or Elseworld are my four favorite things that I really don't have any issues on. Well, even though I just said I kind of do have two, but with Endgame, but I feel like those are like little problems to my overall point right now. But yeah, you guys will most likely get a actual review of my thoughts of what the entire Crisis on Infinite Earth was, like my take. I still need time to process, but long story short, this crossover has exceeded my expectations, and it's literally my favorite crossover, my favorite event that I watched ever. And I honestly don't know which one I liked more. Between Infinity War / Endgame, because for the argument's sake, I'm going to count those two movies as one, or Crisis on Infinite Earths. Actually don't. So, leave a comment down below on how you guys felt about the Flash meeting himself, well, a different version of himself, and let me No, how do you guys feel about the Crisis on Infinite Earth's uh, episode? So I'll see you guys in the next stream video, and I love you all. Have a nice day, and yeah, hopefully, and see you guys soon.